Okay guys, yesterday fixing the fish was pretty much a fail because, well, this one, I put a new gear, it worked, but when it raised the head, it snapped. But it wasn't the gear that snapped, it was this piece. You see it cracks. This is what shifts the gear to make the head lift, apparently. I'm not quite sure how it works. So instead, I glued the stupid, crazy glued the stupid gear that is on top of this piece, but now somehow I think the glue dripped all the way down to where the metal rod connects. The head is completely glued on. You can't lift it or anything. It's stuck. The tail moves perfectly now, but the head won't. And it's still fried. Like this, because remember, when I was younger, remember this, the head has never been able to lift until yesterday for the first time, and then it snapped. I think it broke just because it's so old. Remember, it's so quiet though, remember, because I plugged in 12-volt adapter or something like that. And the head wasn't able to lift at that time either, before I even plugged in the 12-volt. Like, the gear has always been bad in it. And I finally replaced it yesterday. I know it's fried because when I touch the circuit board or the speaker, it gets hot. That's why it's quiet. See, the tail works really good. And then the Billy Bass was a big fail. Its head doesn't lift at all now. If you saw Billy Bass having a seizure, it broke right after that video. Now it doesn't lift at all or anything. It has 2 broken gears inside the head. That's the problem. So apparently that when it was like doing that, it wasn't the gear on the motor. There's another gear inside the gearbox that's broken. So in other words, I don't have the gears to replace this thing with. I'm pretty much out of gears. I don't want to replace the tail because I don't want to rip open the rubber or the mouth because I have to still rip open the rubber to get to it. And I don't want to do that. I only wanted to fix the head and it failed. Like here. See, the motor's running. I'll have to find another gear, but when I find a new gear, it's just gonna do this again. It's just gonna keep having a seizure. Arg. So yeah, fixing yesterday was a bit of a fail. Although I refixed this one because this one, a metal piece fell out of the gearbox and it just put back in. It works. Who knows for how long. The catfish aren't made very well. I still wish instead of me finding Billy Bass, it could have been another Travis trout or Rocky Rainbow trout. Because I didn't need another Billy Bass, especially a broken one, because I already had 3 more. I could have used another trout or another Travis trout. And this one's still paralyzed. I think this one's gear broke just like he did. At first I couldn't figure out what made it stop lifting the head, but now I'm assuming that the same piece is broken in this that broke on him yesterday. That's why when he lifted, he snapped down too. And somehow I remember I said it was lifting the tail backwards. I think somehow the motor got reversed. Maybe if I were to have switched the wires around on the motor, it would actually lift the tail up. I don't know though. It seems like it got reversed because that one because this one, after I took apart the gearbox, it wouldn't move anymore, the tail. After I took his gearbox apart, it automatically reconnected. Like, I thought the gears had to be in a certain order, but I found out with him that they just automatically reconnect itself. Like, it will automatically switch around. And this one, it didn't do that, so it must have been something with the motor. Because they automatically reconnected, and this one didn't, so, I don't know. I hope all my fish don't break down again, though. I just need to find new ones. So yeah, I don't know, guys. At least the tail works, but Yerg, I'll see. Sienna's.